All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Comix. Very excited for all of you guys to be joining us. Let's see. Rosario Dawson. Yes. Thank you, everybody, for joining. We are Comix, and we are excited that you are here joining us for this episode. Let's see. We're going to go around the table and introduce everybody. Let's see. We got Luis joining us. We got Ash. And last but certainly not least, we've got Mosby, our mighty Mosby.
Yeah.
All right. So,
can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Since you brought up Rosario Dawson, is episode 7 the last one or the season finale? 8. Okay, thank you. Because it said 7, and then Instagram said the finale, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, does it end at 7? Thank you.
I thought it was only 6 episodes. I've missed one.
Am I tripping? I thought it was 8. Hold up.
I thought it was 6 episodes.
Me too.
Legit, I thought the finale, finale with Ezra showing up on the bridge or showing up back.
Oh, shush.
I haven't gotten there yet, but
8.
I know. 8. Yeah, see, it's been 3 weeks. Yeah.
Y'all
Ezra. Yeah, I know Ezra. Yeah.
Playing with my
I started watching Gen V, and Gen V's fucking the shit, dude. It really is. I'm impressed.
And that's on what?
It's on Prime.
Okay.
Pass.
It's the first spinoff from The Boys.
I heard it's violent just for the sake of violence.
It is, but like they amp it up because it's like one of those things where it's like you got like The Boys set the bar. You know, the first 3 seasons of The Boys set the bar. And they said, "Fuck it, we're gonna go ahead and turn it on its ear and skull fuck it."
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding.
Once the season started with the little man in the penis, I was like, "Oh no!"
Here's what we're doing. We're skull fucking. Okay.
You think I'm joking? There is a fucking episode dedicated to skull fucking.
Yuck. Don't need it.
Yeah. Most disgusting.
I was never a fan.
Gross.
Was not into skull fucking. Not going to be into skull fucking. I'm good, thanks.
No.
I will say it is. Like what's that?
So I'm a weirdo, but not like that.
It's just one of those things where it's just kind of like, okay, like they set the bar and they said, no, we're gonna go ahead and take it a step further. But I feel like because it is college, you know what I mean? So it's just kind of like the college years were the experimental years. So we're gonna experiment with a few things here, a few things there. There is a scene, and I will tell you, someone's dick gets blown up. I'm not kidding you.
I mean, we did see someone get blown up from inside their dick. So
what's the difference?
Wasn't
right?
it a sneeze? Doesn't he sneeze and then he just gets all big?
He did.
He did. But first he didn't. Yeah, but first he walked into his lover's dick through the urethra.
Touched the walls. I was like,
this is uncomfortable.
I don't like
That's
it.
hard though. It's hard, no pun intended. Poor choice of words. The boys have to go this. Yeah. Like from, fucking Superman I-beam burner head to like being inside of a penis and blowing up, fucking an octopus. So this other thing has to be even more so.
Dictopus indeed.
It was a dictopus. One more time for the recording. One more time. Dictopus.
Dictopus.
One more time. Jesus Christ. Anyways, to get back on track, we typically have a drink that we like to go ahead and highlight for our episode. We'd like to go ahead, not only do we have our nerdy news and all things nerd that we like to talk about, we like, as Louis says, we like to clean the palate. Let's cleanse the palate from nerd stuff, and we'll talk about drinks. I heard it. Talk about drinks. I heard it. And kind of expand your knowledge on alcohol and beer and so forth and so on. So, who has our drink this evening?
Yeah.
Luis.
So
what you got
today, I am drinking Castle Rock Pinot Noir wine, which is a fabulous $8 bottle at Trader Joe's.
Tasty.
My wife has taught me.
My wife
has taught me that the less expensive the wine, the better it tastes. Strange enough. So I had bought in like a $12 bottle at Bond, and she bought that one. I'm like, that one's better. I like it. So
the only thing I don't like about wine is that 2 glassfuls and you're done. And that's like the whole bottle.
You can't drink it like beer, dude. Like,
yeah.
The first time I got wine drunk with my wife, I'm like drinking it as if it's beer.
Yeah,
I was like, my head hurts. Like,
your head hurts. Your head hurts because you're drinking $8 wine.
Yeah. Touche. And on that note, cheers.
And on that note, cheers.
I used wine as a chaser once. It was not good.
I think you were at my house when you did that.
Is that the fat cat?
Yeah, it's my fat cat.
You never get to see the fat cat.
I know. Look at her. She's making a big old indent on my sofa.
A big old bitch. Don't blame her. You know that's your ass.
No, dude, that's the backrest, man. I'm supposed to lean on that.
Every
Thursday, no, I'm going to sit here.
Shit.
Get down with your 25-pound self.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Keep her in the frame. There we go.
Chunk.
So,
side note, I do like that recording and we see where we're at. That's kind of cool.
Yes.
You're
behind the curtain.
Next time we'll have to time one of Ash's rants.
Oh my God, we won't have enough time in a day to go ahead and time one of his fucking rants.
You have to have him, and everyone just like.
So once in a great while, Andreas has a good one where he's like all like, and now motherfucker, yeah, he has a good one.
He's on a rampage.
Will we get him on a good one? And Luis feeds into it.
Is that really good?
I disagree.
I disagree.
What the fuck are you doing?
So
another 25 minutes.
For a little bit of a behind the curtains for the fans that are listening to us at home, we moved on from Zoom and moved over to Streamyard. So when you guys are watching this on YouTube, and please just subscribe to our YouTube.
Subscribe.
There's a lot of work, a lot of effort that Luis, Ash, and myself do in order to go ahead and put up some videos for you guys. But yes, we can actually we can now tell Ash to keep the show moving. Stop ranting.
Moving, Ashford.
Esteban.
Yes, sir.
Because I love you so much.
Yes.
What movie? Bitch, what you don't know about me. Did you know I want to be a dancer? What movie?
I don't know what fucking movie that is.
Casey and Amy. Sorry.
Oh, God damn it.
Now I hear the echo. Now I hear the echo. It might be
you got the echo. You caught the echo.
So another little tidbit that we like to do on this show is if you go ahead and comment on our show, on any of our episodes, any of our clips, whether it's on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, we will go ahead and read it on the show. Okay, so
not to mention starting next week, you guys get to participate in the show.
Oh!
Yeah, no, absolutely, yep. Because we will be going live next week, and we're limited to our lives that we can do, but we are going to be live on Twitch. We are going to be live on Facebook, and we can either be live on. It's going to be a flip of the coin whether it's going to be on YouTube or on Twitter. So it's going to be a flip of the coin for that last one. But we will also be live on TikTok, so you guys can go ahead and watch us and see what's going on.
That's the most important.
All of your comments, except for TikToks, will go ahead and show up on our feed, just like this. Showing up so we can see who the comments coming from, what platform it's showing up on, and we will, go ahead and talk about your comments on the episode. As far as TikTok, we are probably gonna have to be reading it off screen in order to go ahead and see everything, but that's not a big deal. I'm sure StreamYard will end up coming up with something so that we can go ahead and stream, or
what I love about a podcast sometimes is when they're doing in the chat, they're having while they're watching, they're having their own chat talking to each other.
Absolutely. That's the best. Yeah, that's the best, and that's what we're hoping that we get everybody to go ahead and do. Yeah. So, with that being said, Luis, did we have any comments for this week?
Yes, sir, we do.
Ooh, let's go. Are they good ones? Do we get a bad one again?
Are they mean?
Let's talk about the mean son of a bitch first. Listen here, Abner bro. Abner. We had put up a short about the writer creator of Night of the Chihuahuas, and we interviewed him. Nice. And he or someone, this person, Abnabro 8214, says promo ? SMH, shaking my head with a little sad emoji. Yeah, dude, we're just talking about something he wrote and he's happy about. What the fuck are you doing, man? Night of the Chihuahuas is a fantastic comedic horror book. So, hey, if it's not for you, man, just keep scrolling, dude. You're good.
What does promo mean?
Promo.
No, he said promo. He said promo.
Oh, promo. Like we're not supposed to promote.
Yeah.
Like promo, and then SMH like shaking my head like, oh, Comix, you're above this.
We are all ground floor.
We're absolutely
all very
above that.
We did that shit for free, my guy.
No shit.
We are all very ground floor.
Yeah.
And the best thing is networking, and the best thing is supporting each other, because once one goes up, we all go up. So, yes, we will do promos. Yes. If you come up with a comic book, a motherfucker came up and did a comic book. A motherfucker is also doing a play, does many plays, and is very fucking successful on this level. But also he's going to go to the next level and to this level. And we're all going to support each other, because we're all going to fucking get to where we want to go.
Absolutely.
We all are not doing something. We're all doing something we don't want to do, because we're all going to do something we want to do. This is why we give up our Thursday, because we're going to support every motherfucker. Every motherfucker. This is why SAG, which we'll get into, the higher ups want to support the lower people and bring them up, because the studios are not. This is a way ground level thing. Like we are no better than anybody else. And if you're gonna support you just starting a fucking blah 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 blah, let's do that. Let's all fucking just support, because why the fuck not?
Why the fuck not?
Ash will suck anyone's dick to get onto the show.
Wait a minute.
We did not say that. We did not say that, nor did we agree to that.
Hold on.
But well said, Ash. Very well said. But yeah.
And also, we met two fucking great people, and I know we've interviewed more than that, but from what my recollection of
recent,
we had a great conversation with Night of the Chihuahuas. We had a great conversation with the guy that did the plays, and I'm just going low on my name remembering. That's just my old age. But goddamn, we all just bonded.
Yeah, dude. It was fun. It was nice.
And I'm a sucker for anybody that puts passion into something outside of the day job. Like, if you give a shit about something and you put some energy to it, like, fuck yeah, man, let's talk about it. Like,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Even if you got that one more person in the seat, even if you got that one more person to buy a comic book, like,
yeah,
fuck that. Because he got followers to follow us. We all just gotta fucking support.
We did get some followers off that, and there was some good interview clips. And Night of the Chihuahuas is a great story, so why wouldn't
it really is? It's fantastic.
Hey guy, eat shit, guy, eat shit.
But also, please subscribe.
But also keep it.
Keep giving us fodder.
And we got our last comment for the evening. I think we have a new fan of the podcast. Bolivar is commenting for the second time in a row. Thank you. We appreciate you. Zach, he's coming for the top spot. So his comment is on episode 145. And the comment reads, so happy that they decided to scrap those 5 episodes of Daredevil. The Ben Affleck Daredevil was such a disappointment for me. The Netflix series did a complete turnaround. I loved it. Disney needs to give us quality writing.
Woo.
Sir,
Dead on.
Cheers. Yes, dead on. Dead on. I will drink to that.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Cheers.
And you know what would be great is that when Netflix gave it up or Disney took it, like, that's a good fuck you, because again, they seem to do that thing where, like, 3 episodes in, it didn't get us 20 million viewers, and they fucking whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
That's all the time.
Just to give a quick context for anybody that maybe didn't listen to last episode and is tuning into this one. Last episode we spoke about Disney had admitted that they dropped the formula of having a pilot and having a test group to watch the pilot to see if it's going to be greenlit for a show, and they just bypassed that to go right into making the show. But the shows weren't that successful. The only show that warranted a sequel was Loki. So to them, they're like, it would be better financially if they were to have franchises or if they were to have things that keep going. And so they also admitted pre the strike, they had stopped all the filming, or they had paused filming on Daredevil, but Bored Again. And there were 5 episodes in. They decided to scrap those episodes to then go back to the traditional formula of making a pilot, having a test group watch it, and then kind of go from there. So, and they did say that they're looking to make it closer to the Netflix version, which, oh my God, like watching season 1 of Daredevil, the fucking hallway scene obviously is a lot of people always talk about.
Not only that, the fucking ninja scene in the fucking alley. So fucking dope. I barely beat a fucking ninja. Like, so fucking good.
I mean, he bled a lot, but it always. I'm like, dude, this man's DNA is everywhere. Like, how do they not know who the Devil of Hell's Kitchen is?
They gotta know. They gotta know.
Dripping blood. Like, it just looks so badass. Like, you know, like bleed some more. Like,
bleeding hair, skin, teeth.
Even if they found it, it'd be like, nah, it's not this blind guy. Let's move on.
No way, it's this blind dude. He must have been kidnapped.
That dude just tore up though. Have you seen his face? Look at his
Have
nipples.
you seen him? He's beat to shit.
Who's out here beating up blind people?
Oh, okay. How was he at court the next day? What's going on?
I know.
I always feel like there's the story, the person that wants the story, and then there's the studio that's like, let's make it a candy, let's make it a fucking cereal box, let's make it a whatever, and it's like, fuck it up, dude. Just leave it alone and let it make money.
I mean, Daredevil was writing itself. Those seasons were great.
They were, dude.
Kingpin was such a good villain. And then I heard
the whole the Electra thing. The Electra, like, I can't quit you. Like,
yeah, the Electra. They got a good Electra this time too.
Yeah, they did. I had the pleasure of, when the pandemic started, my wife hadn't seen any of the Daredevils, and so I showed her the first couple episodes, and I got to rewatch it through her lens. That was the best fucking feeling, dude. Like, this thing that you love, and you get to watch it and enjoy, and the person next to you is gasping, and all the emotions you went through, and you get to experience it again. Like, and then we went through Punisher, like all of this.
The shot in the head, and it didn't kill him. Awesome. But we dealt with too. Half a season or more of just, I've seen people cosplay more the black bandana thing more than I've seen actual. That might be a budget thing, but it still looks just as good.
It's a cool look, though. It was a cool look for a starter.
With tie ropes.
Yeah, looks really dope.
Yep.
Plus, you know what? Let me not do it. Somebody gonna like the yellow suit, and then they're gonna be like, man. So never mind.
You know, I'm okay. I was okay seeing it in action. The yellow suit.
Same.
Right.
But I mean,
supposed to be a creature of the night.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, like, do you remember the Amazing Spider-Man, the first one? They were like so adamant we have to redesign the suit.
Yeah.
And they gave them like fucking pumas to run in. I'm like, what are we doing, man? Like, this design was just so strange. And then in Amazing 2, they're like, just kidding. Like, and they brought it right back to like what it made it look more comic booky with like
the little boots.
guys.
The expressions.
Like we didn't have to do the other, but it's like it almost feels like to them they like, oh, we need to make it a statement. our movie? How do we do it different, or our show? How do we differentiate? But the Disney thing kind of makes sense to me that they do it yellow, because it's like, it's Daredevil, it's the same actor, but it's different. And this is a way that they can see it's different. You know?
That could have been a power play move too, because nobody was talking about She-Hulk other than people that were talking shit about it.
The incels, you mean?
So I mean, the things I remember are the thing with Megan Thee Stallion. Hey, there's gonna be the yellow suit and the walk of shame. That's literally what I could tell you. Yeah, but that's literally what I could tell you if you asked me, like, oh, you saw it? Yeah, I saw it. But these were the most talked about things. Even though I saw it, I really liked it. It was, I like too that the bad guy went to the good guy. Like it was there was a story arc there that people just didn't give it a chance.
It was cute. I liked it. I very much liked it.
It wasn't bad. It was good.
And that is the end of our comments. So if you are listening to this, please give a comment. We will read it on the next episode, even if we don't like you. So please leave us a comment. And if you're still listening to this, give a little thumbs up button. Would really appreciate it. Help our algorithm to get out to more people. And with that, I'm going to throw it right back to our host.
All right. Thank you so much, Luis. I appreciate that. So we've got a filled episode, or fun-filled episode today. Let's see. And I'm actually going to go ahead and throw it back to Luis. What we got going on as far as this episode goes.
All right. The abridged version, to see if you guys want to stay in. We got Ridley Scott reviews a movie that's coming out that he's a producer on. This famous Disney cartoon is getting a live action treatment. A well-known comedic actor that has now passed away is going to be returning for a Disney short.
Oh. Hell yes.
Oh.
There is a new anime series that's returning next year, and it's not the one that you think. And this horror film icon will be getting a TV series.
Horror film icon. I'm not even going to look at the notes. I want to be surprised.
Yeah, I want to experience it.
So going on to the first one, we got Ridley Scott, the creator of Alien. He is tied as producer for the new Alien film that's being filmed right now. It actually and he was amongst the first test group to watch the film, and to quote is "fucking awesome" is what he says.
Mosby with the yawn. I feel that yawn was on purpose. Mosby,
I can't trust him. You can't trust him. He might be saying anything to revive the excitement around Alien after what we went through with those last couple movies. Like, he's got a legacy to clean up, and he's.
Did you not like Prometheus?
Prometheus was okay.
Prometheus was dope.
Prometheus was. I gave it a C+ at first. I went back and watched it again. Gave it like a B-, but it took me more than once to really enjoy it. So for me, I'm like, if I got to watch it more than once before I like it, I don't really like it that much. But it wasn't bad.
I just think you hate aliens, Liz.
It wasn't what I thought, but it wasn't bad. And then the next one came out. It was awful.
I haven't seen part 2 though.
But listen, I like Alien. Don't get me wrong. The originals are great. Sigourney Weaver great. And I didn't even mind Michael Fassbender. Although I guarantee you he's not in the new one. With all he got going on, he's definitely not in the new one. But I don't know if I can trust him. Doubtful. What else has this guy done that would make
Ridley Scott?
No, not Ridley
Gladiator?
Scott.
Oh, are you talking about Ridley Scott? I was like, what are you questioning Ridley Scott for?
No, I'm talking about the guy he passed the baton on to. What else has he done?
Oh,
that's a great question. I really wish you would have prepped me for that so I can have it.
On the spot.
Prometheus was good, and I like that it ended on the face hugger.
Ooh.
So
what else has he done?
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
The Evil Dead remake, not Evil Dead Rise, but the Evil Dead remake.
Right, that one in the middle.
And no CGI. Don't Breathe. Don't Breathe is the thriller movie with the blind guy.
Yeah, that one was
pretty good. So fucking good.
Basically, Daredevil. Yeah. Doing a home robbery.
Daredevil the murderer? Yeah. It was a murderer, though.
Don't Breathe 2, which I did not see. And Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the one that was the Netflix original last year. Yeah, that one. I didn't watch that one, but it didn't get good ratings. But hey, 3 out of 4.
He's got a couple wins. Wins. Some again, still doubtful. In conclusion, we'll see.
No, I'm down. I'm very much in. I'm in for this.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Would you rather deal with the reboot, or would you rather deal with this is the source material, but this is like a Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, like nothing? We're not going to fuck with anything that exists. Or this is what was happening over here. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of feel like it's I hate reboots because you're rebooting something that we've seen it. So it's either you're going to change our shit, which we've talked about, or you're going to make the same thing we've already seen.
Prometheus was the reboot, in my opinion. Or not?
Okay.
It wasn't even a reboot, really. It was like a prequel. Like,
it was a prequel. Yeah, it was a prequel.
I would be okay if it continued down the linear storytelling of Prometheus. Like it goes into maybe it could have happened at the same time. But
look what Star Wars is doing. We're not fucking with it. Just this is what's happening over here.
Branch here.
Yeah. Nothing. We're not fucking with anything that exists. This is just what's happening over here.
Well, I guess if it doesn't fuck with any of the already established lore, it could be decent. But sometimes those branch off movies, you're like, I didn't need that. Sometimes you don't need it.
We didn't know that we needed to Prey, and Prey is so good.
That's true.
I don't know.
Is it a branch off?
Prey? You didn't like Prey?
No, I said, but does that count as a branch off?
Well,
is it a branch
I mean, they're not fucking with anything.
Or is it just another example of Predator on Earth?
It was a prequel.
No, Predator and Predators are the same fucking movie.
No, it's. I think it was
like this is the origin of Predator. You know what I mean?
Prey is a standalone. It's a standalone. It's not tied to the original Predator. It's not tied to any of the Predator series. It's a standalone. It was more. It was supposed to be more of a shot for a lot of you comic book lovers out there. It's supposed to be a one shot, but it got so much fucking love because it was such a great fucking film. They are making a new or another a Prey 2.
Of course.
So it wasn't canon. It wasn't canon, but we liked it so much that now it is.
It also wasn't not canon. It was like a one shot story in that. Like, so it's kind of like what Ash was saying. Right. It's another branch. That
okay,
it's
like, so that
does right here. It ain't fucking with nothing. It's just hanging out right here. Maybe get an orange out of this motherfucker. You know, whatever. Like this
still exists
in the way of a sequel. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe get an orange.
But if you don't fuck with oranges, it's all good. It's just gonna be right there. It didn't mess with the other Predators. You know, I don't fuck with oranges. I respect it. You know.
Okay, but are Alien versus Predator movies in the Predator universe?
Bucket.
Yes. Yeah. There's
in the one with like Adrian Brody with the is that in the universe?
No, that is almost shot for shot. Fucking Arnold. He did the same exact thing. The whole covered with mud. It was like I'm watching the same movie.
So reboot
with a better actor, but it was the same movie.
I do love
you.
Adrian Brody.
Oh Jesus! It's the same movie.
Kind of.
I will say though. I will say. I'm impressed. Going back to Gen V real quick, I am impressed by Patrick Schwarzenegger's acting skills.
Patrick Schwarzenegger is in Gen V?
Yeah.
This was brought up. Yeah.
You just gave me like more reason not to watch.
No, we don't.
He's nothing like his dad. I swear to God, he's nothing like his dad. You know, like the you can tell that it was just one of those things growing up. He's just like, I want to be an actor, and they immediately put him into acting school. You know, because the dude's got range. He can fucking sell. You know, certain scenes. You know, you see his dick on the show.
All right, I'm out.
I don't know if I wanted that. You said it. Why'd you put so much emphasis on dick? You see his dick on the show.
You get to see Schwarzenegger dick.
Schwarzenegger dick. Is that what you've been waiting for?
He spelled it D-Y.
You're right. We shouldn't have gone live today. You're right.
Immediately canceled.
I'm down with some Schwarzenegger. Got some Schwarzenegger.
Let me get a peek of that. Schwarzenegger.
Your Schwartz is as big as mine.
Luis, what do you think about Ridley Scott fucking loving the new Alien film?
I was like, fucking, but what's he fucking? Like I said, dude, I'm way in. I'm definitely in. Like, I love the Alien franchise. I really dug Prometheus. I think Ash dug it too. I know Rod and Island. Mose didn't dig it. Did you like it?
I loved it. I thought it was great.
It was okay, guys.
See, I thought it was good because but going in, I had really low expectations. I was just like,
and I had high expectations going in. That's why. Yeah.
I think we should all go in watching movies with very low expectations from now on. Just like fucking in the dirt, like this movie's gonna be shit. And then when you leave, you're like, you know what? It wasn't that bad.
Wasn't that bad at all. That's exactly how it was when I ended up saying walking out of Prometheus. I was like, what is this? This is not Alien. What is this? There wasn't even a single xenomorph in the movie. Like, what are we doing? And they were like, it's a prequel. I was like, all right. Okay, my bad. I thought I was seeing an Alien movie.
You're like, oops. Can I get my money back? Like, what the fuck?
I'm frozen.
Yeah.
My image looks frozen.
But I mean, the fucking you have to. Do you remember when she turns around and the fucking tail comes down and then all of a sudden it drops? It like, goddamn, you're never gonna have that again.
Right.
You're never gonna have that intro like of animatronic or not animatronics, whatever they fucking call it, puppetry, whatever they call it. You're never gonna have that fucking. My intro is the tail and then fucking drop and then fucking. You're never gonna have that. The closest thing is that whole thing with the second mouth that they made the trailer. And I was like, oh, okay. But and when he was like that, like that's why it's a meme. But that's why you got to build on the mystique, man.
I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I mean, Prometheus.
I'll watch it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll end up watching it if it's on Hulu. But I don't think I'm gonna be like.
We always bring that up though. Theater. The things that you're willing to watch in a theater and the things that you're willing to stream.
Mm-hmm.
That is the new. Since quarantine, that has been the new thing.
This is definitely a streamer. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I'm not going to be sprinting to the theater to go watch this. I'll wait. You know.
That's why they got to figure that shit out. Studios need to figure that. You know what I mean? Like a view is a view, and we're good.
They got to get that in-game magic back.
Yeah, they got to finish all that shit, you know. But anyways, moving on we've got a beloved 90s cartoon that's going to make its live action debut.
Oh,
Luis.
I know what this is. I'm excited.
Gargoyles is getting a live action adaptation. Now, the writer is interesting, but let's talk about it. So the head writer is the writer of The Nun, Annabelle, and co-writer of It Part 1 and 2. So
the nun wasn't that good.
The Nun wasn't that good, but I loved the Annabelle standalone. Well,
the Annabelle standalone was great.
Creations was great.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Creations? Okay.
First Annabelle was dog shit.
Oh, Annabelle.
Like, shit, I think that's the one he wrote.
Oh, no.
He did write It 1 and 2. So this tells me this is a person that has the ability to write horror, and the gargoyles are. I mean, it's a adaptation of a Disney cartoon, so they're probably not going to make it scary. But I like it having some sort of dark element to it, even if it is aimed at kids. But like, you know, just that type of writing would be wonderful. But
I swear to God, if Keith David is not the voice of fucking Goliath, I don't want it, man.
He's not gonna be in the outfit, y'all. Come on now, be real.
No. Just the voice. Just the voice. I just want the voice.
Keith David,
just like how they do in The Mandalorian. Just like how they do in The Mandalorian. Pedro Pascal, when you're watching it, he's not in the fucking suit. He just does the voiceover. Put Keith David in as the fucking voiceover for
I'll
Goliath.
take it.
That's not Pedro Pascal in the suit.
Huh?
No.
No, it hasn't been Pedro Pascal in the suit since the first season, friend.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
He stopped doing it. He was like, they're not showing my face anywhere, and the suit is heavy and it's hot. So why do I need to be here? Dead serious. That's what I read that he said.
All right.
Oh, Ash, what do you think about the gargoyles? We haven't heard Ash's opinions too much.
I think the key is so I know of Al Green because of my mom. I know of Elvis. I know of fucking gangsta oldies because of my mom. What I mean by this is they're trying to get kids, but you need to get the fucking people that grew up with them so that they're going to bring the kid, and then that movie will be iconic. Why do I know fucking Never Ending Story? Why the fuck do I know Never Ending Story? I fucking do. But you know what I mean? Like, does that make sense? Like, I know Rolling Stones, I know this, I know that, but you have to get the people that are already there, that are already into it, that are gonna blah blah blah. Make them happy. Don't make it about the fucking toy, because you're gonna bring the kid to the fucking theater. Sorry, you're gonna bring the kid to the fucking theater anyway, and they're gonna want the toy. Batman, I mean, 89 Batman, he killed somebody with a pen, and we still all bought the fucking the Joker that squirts the fucking water. Like, it doesn't matter. Don't make it a fucking kid thing.
Here's the thing: if they follow the same formula that Seth Rogen did for Mutant Mayhem, it'll be fine. They'll be fine.
Yeah.
You know, because that was a film that fucking exploded the box office because everyone that grew up with the original Ninja Turtles took their kid. I did. I took my kid to go see it. I took both my kids to go see it.
Yeah. And what was crazy is they don't like our Ninja Turtles. They like this Ninja Turtles.
Right, exactly. I will say though, I caught my oldest watching the original Ninja Turtles. Like I go, what are you watching? He goes, Ninja Turtles. I go, how? Dude was like halfway through the first season.
Ooh, there is an echo right now.
Yeah, there is an echo right now.
Sorry, people listening.
No, Mose, it was not you.
I just moved the speaker away, and there's still an echo, so it's not me.
But
yeah, that's all I meant. It's just, studios are trying to make it like it's this, but make it this, and it doesn't fucking work. Don't fucking try to make Spider-Man a hipster. They didn't, but you know what I mean. Don't try to make like it's this, but let's try to make this. You know what I mean?
That's all Disney ever does, dude. That's why their shit's been flopping.
Yeah. Lion King was the exact same movie, just with Beyonce and Don Glover. Donald Glover. Donald Glover. But it was like, okay, well, what's okay, cool. But everybody loved it because it was like you involved our stars over here. And it was like, but it's the same movie. You didn't show us anything different. It was kind of shot for shot. If you watch it again, it's almost shot for shot.
Yeah.
All right.
No, we're listening. We're agreeing.
Yeah, but it's the same thing I always talk about the studios. They don't want to fucking lose money, so they're gonna go with that made money, make a part 2. But it was made to be a fucking prequel, and that's it. Now I have to fucking build this fucking useless gap that didn't need to be for, like, say, Alien. The face hugger into Alien should be the only bridge that we ever need. And they fucking need to fucking Prometheus 2. We didn't need that. I know I went backwards.
I didn't see Prometheus 2, but
you did go backwards.
Don't watch it. It's gonna piss you off, like it did so many of us.
Mosby,
Alien versus Predator, and it kind of worked. We got to see like, hey, that's what it would look like. Do a part 2. Why? Why do we need a part 2?
Oh, my victory was for the Gargoyles banner. I loved Gargoyles as a kid. My mama even loved it. She would.
Who's your favorite gargoyle?
Brooklyn?
The Lion, obviously. Definitely my microphone with the echo.
And it was kind of a fucking nod to fucking Ninja Turtles with the streets of New York and the artists. Like, yeah, it was very good. What I mean by that is like how they name them each other.
Wait, how do they name the gargoyles?
The streets of New York.
No, it's like several things in New York because Hudson's named after the Hudson Bay.
Well, yeah. Sorry, yeah.
God, that's so badass. I don't remember that. A friend of mine told me.
Yeah.
I keep trying to not get the echo. I don't know.
Is broken.
What else you got, host?
Let's see. So moving on from Gargoyles, which we are extremely excited for, as long as they don't fuck it up. One of our beloved, at least for me, and I'm sure for some of you, beloved childhood comedians is returning. And it looks like Disney put out a short. There's a Disney short that came out called Once Upon a Studio. And we get to hear the beautiful voice of Robin Williams reprising his role as Genie in Once Upon a Studio. Yeah. They did not use AI. They actually used some unused audio footage when he was filming when he was doing the voice acting for Aladdin, the original Aladdin.
That's so badass. We're getting like behind the scenes shit.
Yeah, super exciting. Robin Williams was one of the, at least for me, was an amazing actor. And from everything that I hear, from the people that worked with him, beautiful man, beautiful soul, always caring, taking care of his co-stars, things like that, so yeah, it was nice to hear his voice again. And now knowing that it wasn't an AI generated, makes me really, really happy. What about you, Ash? What do you think?
I mean, Good Will Hunting and Mrs. Doubtfire, all that stuff. Okay, here's how I know I'm going off track, because you asked me a question and Mosby goes, like, I understand I'm going already on the tangent
with you, man. She went like this.
Mosby, Mosby's train of thought.
Here he goes. I know. I think it's gonna be awesome. I hope it. We're used to. Like, there's a thing about with the Arnold Schwarzenegger guy that's doing all the fucking, if Arnold sang Whitney Houston and blah, blah, blah. Like,
yeah,
with the AI stuff, that's cool that they're making something of something he already did, because that man is so much of my childhood, it's not even funny. That
I will say, Patch Adams is like top of the list.
If I want, yeah. Okay, you know how this is gonna get me canceled. You know how sometimes people of the opposite sex like to watch movies to cry? Like Patch Adams, I know I'm gonna fucking cry.
I never saw it.
I like how you worded it that way.
What?
See, well, I knew I was gonna catch that.
Fuck it. sometimes people like to watch a movie that make them cry, and that's a release. Okay. Of every sex. I'm going to cover it all, of every sex. And that, I know that movie will make me cry. So.
Let's park here for a second, if you don't mind, host. Can we take a real quick sidebar, go around the room of what movie consistently makes you cry? Now, I'll let you gather your thoughts because I have one on
fucking easy. Got it.
I don't know about regularly, but over the weekend, I saw, me and my wife went to go Cinespia something in Southern California, where at a cemetery, they showcase a horror film. So we saw the original Halloween. Dana's never seen it. And she has seen the Danny McBride written one, the reboot. Or not a reboot, it's a loose sequel.
Yes.
I cried in that movie as I was watching it for the fucking 5th, 6th time. And I cried, and Dana looks at me, my wife, she's like, "Are you crying?" And the part that I cried at is where she is just so mad at Michael Myers, and it's the dinner scene where she comes to dinner. Her granddaughter, like, I think she got like valedictorian or something, and so they're celebrating. And she shows up and she's like, I saw him. I wanted to kill him." And she just looks so mad because they were going to transport him from one facility to another. And it's just like seeing that rage and just how amazing of an actress Laurie Strode does. And I can feel the anger that she had. And it's like I see it as like an analogy of something in life that you just is not fair, and you want to scream that it's not fair, and it happened, and she has to deal. And like, oh, dude, I was like, I felt so silly. But even at the end, like that part, it teared me up. Fast forward to the end where the daughter is crying because Laurie Strode's out there fighting fucking Michael Myers. Daughter's downstairs, tells the granddaughter to like go hide. She cocks the gun that she has her carved initials in that she got trained in as a kid, and she's crying. She's like, "Mom, I can't do this without you. Mom, please." And then Myers thinks she's the damsel in distress, pops in. She's like, "Gotcha." Boom. And then fucking nails him in the chest, comes down the stairs. Like, that made me cry too. Of just like, again, the analogy that I saw in movies and music are a beautiful thing because it allows you to interpret it how you want to. So the way I interpreted that scene is sometimes things in life don't go the way that you want them to, and you're mad at it. But sometimes there's a reason for it. Life has this weird way of working itself out, and when then that happened, it just felt like, fuck yeah, she hated her mom, but despite that, she was ready for this fucking moment, and she moved on. And so like, I'm a fucking mess. I'm crying over there, and anyway, so that's mine. I just saw that over the weekend, made me very happy.
I have you beat because mine's the worst.
No, freeze. Esteban is fucking sleep. Esteban.
Yeah,
I'm so fucking sleep. The whole time Luis is talking, he was like this.
I was not. I heard everything he said. I heard the part that he was crying.
I heard what he said. Yeah,
I was not asleep.
He's like, Luis is a little bitch. I heard it. I've heard this before.
I've heard it time and time again.
All right.
Wait, what?
Armageddon. Because the whole time he only cares about drilling and his daughter, not in the same sentence. And don't date my daughter. And then like, I'm going to stay on the rock, take off. And like that scene where he fucking goes back, and he takes off his shit. That doesn't sound right, but he takes off his
care of my daughter
thing. And yeah, it gets me every time because the whole time is like, don't date my daughter, don't date my daughter, don't date my daughter. And then like, you were going to fucking stay here on this rock. No, I'm going to stay on the rock, bitch. Like,
yeah.
It was just too fucking like, that scene, I get that it's a popcorn movie. I absolutely get that it's a popcorn movie. But that scene, I was go, huh? I'm gonna go outside.
Oh gosh.
I'm gonna go work on something. I'm gonna go work on, the
porch.
I'm gonna work on the porch. That's a show amongst itself.
Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah.
Most
next.
You guys are gonna make fun of me.
Oh fuck yeah, well.
Absolutely.
You win.
So like, there's only one movie that I literally will sob in when watching, and it's a movie called Powder.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That's a tearjerker movie, though.
Yeah. Okay, I thought I was gonna get
Patrick
made fun.
Flannery.
Yes, with Sean. Oh my god, I was 8 years old when we saw that movie in the theaters, and I just remember bawling. Why are they so mean to him?
Yeah.
It's not his fault. And just my mom had to hold me, and every time I watch the movie, it's in my top 5 too. They were so mean to him. He didn't deserve that.
Yeah.
So when you watch it, though, is it like a time machine? Does it take you right back to when you first saw it?
It really does, because
Dude, I get that, man.
I was bullied a lot in school, from like elementary all the way up. So I could
fuck him up.
I could connect exactly with what he was.
We want names.
Even at that age. Even at a young age, I was always, I got picked on a lot.
See, but like,
I'm so awesome now.
Yeah. See, but that's
when I think of Powder, I think of radio. Go on. Sorry, Luis. Different reason.
Radio.
Different reason. Same dynamic, but different reason.
Yeah. It's just it's like the underdog story, right? Like it's just like everyone's being mean to this person, and then there's the one person that's good to them. And there's always that inevitable scene that even the one person that's good to them ends up snapping at him at some point. Like, no, leave him alone. Like, he's been through enough.
Man.
Oh, God.
And the scene with the wife on the bed who's got cancer. Oh, my gosh. There's just so many heartfelt moments where you get like the naked reality of suffering in human existence. Like, it can just be so awful. And he just kept trying to find positivity, and they just kept trying to beat it out of him. Nuts.
What you just said right now reminded me of everything in the Green Mile at the end. Like, we went all the way over here to be like, I'm okay to go. Like, and I was like, oh, it's so fucking. But you had to go through the journey of the horrible guy with the guy that stomped on the mouse, it's just fucking A, dude. Like, if you want to cry, it's like you have to go through that fucking journey of like Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Of not Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Superstar.
Yeah. I think we're on subject 2.
Damn.
Esteban's gotta hit us with his.
Let's see.
Thank you, Esteban.
Mine is a Christmas movie. It's a Christmas movie. It has a few pretty big box office actors and actresses in there. It's The Family Stone.
Never saw it.
You never saw it?
Oh, I thought it was
good.
A Christmas movie. I thought it was okay. I was like trying to think
the Christmas. The film is called The Family Stone. I watch it every year for Christmas. That's like my thing. You know, I watch The Family Stone. It's a really good film. It's got Craig T. Nelson in it. It's got
Family Stone.
Fuck, what is her name?
Sarah Jessica Parker,
Rachel McAdams. It's got what is her name? The Keaton.
Diane Keaton.
Keaton.
Yes, Diane
Keaton. Diane Keaton's in it. Luke Wilson's in it. It's a really fun family movie, but still, nevertheless, it's still very, very, very sad. You know, it's one of those things where it's like the kids come home for Christmas. Yay. The oldest son is going to go ahead and propose to his future girlfriend. or to his future wife. Nobody likes the wife because she's very stuck up and in her ways. And it comes to find out that mom was sick previously. She had cancer, and now unfortunately the cancer's back. So it's just very much one of those. Yeah, dude, it's a good movie, and it gets heavy though at times.
It's called what?
The Family Stone.
The Family Stone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Craig T. Nelson is a pretty good, is phenomenal in that film, because he plays obviously the dad, and he tries to like hone in like Sarah Jessica.
Have you ever seen Parenthood?
Yeah, I've seen a few episodes of
the
Parenthood.
movie, the show.
Yeah, I've seen a few episodes.
Okay, the hardest thing. Are we stopping?
No.
The hardest thing in that show is Greg T. Nelson is grandpa, and the son is like, my son is special. And he's like, yeah, well, I mean, he's got to work with her. Like, my son is special. He's like trying to tell his dad. The dad is all like, and it was like, that was such a fucking brutal scene, because he was like, because everything he dealt with as a son to a dad, he's trying to tell his dad and sheltering him, like, and then he's like, oh, okay. And then so when the grandpa lightens up, like, fuck, you never did that for me. Like, it's a whole other. So
it's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
No,
that's beautiful.
There's a scene in there, and it always just kind of like, yes, like I'm all for it. Is so there are 3 siblings, 2 brothers and a sister. The youngest one is deaf and gay, which again, he brings home, and he brings home his husband, who is black and gay, and it's just Sarah Jessica Parker Sarah Jessica Parker. It's like she's trying to fit in, but she's trying too hard, and she's saying the wrong things, So the topic comes up about Theo, who's the son, she's asking him, oh, so are you guys planning on adopting? And they're like, well, yeah, we're planning on adopting. And then she asks the awkward question as, well, are you the baby that you're going to adopt? Is it going to be a black baby or a white baby? And they're just like, what does it matter? First off, it's like very much like, what does it matter? Well, no, it's because, you as their parents are already challenged and have a hard life because of the things that you're going through. Why I don't understand why you would want to bring, a baby into, like it just keeps going and goes, like she's fucking digging a hole, And the first time I saw it, I'm watching it. What's up?
This is why people avoid Thanksgiving.
Oh, for sure. Or Christmas dinners. Yep. And I'm watching this. I'm for the first time I watched it, I'm like, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. As I'm watching it, and Craig T. Nelson, he's very calm, very calm. He's like, okay, that's enough. And he says it again, okay, that's enough. And she just keeps going. And you see him, dude, like slam his hand on the table. He says, I said that's enough, and like completely brings the dinner to a halt, Yeah. That dinner scene is a very powerful scene, and it is one of the moments where I'm just kind of like, oh God, like when I first saw it, I'm like, that's the kind of dad that I want to be, or the grandfather that I want to be later on in life, But yeah, it's just one of those things where you're just like, dude, and like you start to side with the siblings, like, why the fuck are you trying to marry this chick? Like, why? But if you guys get a chance to watch it. It is a tearjerker. It is funny in certain parts. But yeah, that mine is the Family Stone.
Yeah, dude.
Especially because as an older person, like they're like, that's who my son's with. Like,
for sure,
they're gonna say stupid shit. Like, I have everybody's back. We have to make this last every fucking year. Shut the fuck up.
But it's just one of those things, you know. It's like, yeah, like you said, like, you know, oh, they're coming over, you know, they're gonna say or have their fucking 2 cents and sometime throughout the evening or whatever. But yeah, it is a good, like, you know. And again, it's one of those that I have to watch every Christmas. You know what I mean? So, but yeah. Let's see. So, we're coming up to our final 2 topics, and an anime is coming in with a new series. Luis, what's that anime that's coming in?
The anime series is by creator Akira Toriyama, famously known for the creator of Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, but it is not a continuation of Dragon Ball Super that's coming next year. Despite Dragon Ball Super manga still continuing, the comic book in Japan, Super stays on hiatus. This new series, Dragon Ball Daima, is essentially a series that he wrote and he is producing on, and it is essentially a storyline of the whole Dragon Ball cast get turned into kids, and they are now going through adventures as kids. I'm not particularly excited about this as a Dragon Ball fan because a lot of the backlash is that GT that he had no part of. The storyline was Goku turned into a kid, the main character. And then it's like, oh, here are his adventures while he's a kid. And then he's like, well, I'm going to be in charge now, and I'm going to make everyone kids. And it's like, and he's just describing it as a cute adventure. And it's just, I don't know. But I just don't think it's for me. But
what a waste of time.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be catching it.
That's a waste of time.
Which is strange because the thing about Dragon Ball Z, Super.
I think the greatest thing about Dragon Ball Z is the bad guy was getting better and the good guy was getting better, and then it turned into like now we're besties, not besties, but somehow we work into working together because now we have a common whatever because we got to make this thing fucking work. But like it gets bad, and then like Trunks is fucking stronger than blah blah blah, and then I've never seen an episode. I know of Trunks. I know of that's how popular it is, and I don't know what to even jump into.
Yeah, I am out of my element in this one. I'm with Ash. Like, I know who Goku is. I know who Vegeta is. I know who Piccolo is. Like, I know of them. You know what I mean? What? I know who Krillin is. You know, I know who they are. Yep. You know, I know who they are. Like, if you were to show me these characters on like a fucking flashcard or something like that, I'd be like, yeah, that's Piccolo. Yeah, that's Goku. Yeah, that's Goten's. Yeah, that's Bulma. You know, I can tell you who's who.
If you were serious about caring about wanting to see about the show, I would introduce you Dragon Ball Kai for sure because there's no filler. Just gets you right into it. But it does take work. You need to want to be into it.
This is when I was a kid. So there was stuff that doesn't even, maybe not even matter. Does that make sense? Like, because we had to get to this.
But honestly, some of the
everything makes sense.
But yeah, like it's Dragon Ball premiered in '87.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So like, it's like when Esteban said, like it's flashcards of Vegeta, and like I know these characters, but I could. Fuck all, it's to tell you like that guy's a good guy now, this guy's a bad guy now.
Yeah, it's just it wasn't
a fucking thing. Yeah.
Like I felt whenever I saw Dragon Ball on TV, I it's not that I didn't want to watch it, it's just that I felt like I'm too far gone from this series. Like I don't know, I can't just pick up and watch, you know? I can't just pick up and watch and then just completely ignore the, let's say 10-15 episodes prior, you know. Like I feel that's how I felt, and that's why I never got into it, you know. Like if I got into an anime, I would get in from day one, you know, and watch it through and through, you know.
Yeah.
The closest thing that I got to anime would be, no joke, is watching it in the morning before I went to school, you know. Like I watched Ronin Warriors. I watched that through that series from start to finish, you know. So it's just one of those things where it's just kind of like every time I watched it, I felt I was always lost watching Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z. You know, that's just how I felt. I felt I was
so
lost
many
throughout
fucking
the entire
series.
episode.
There's so many different,
Right.
Yeah.
There's only like 5 series: Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super. Sound crazy.
Okay. If it's only 5 series, then I will fucking watch it. But this is when I was a kid. Like, read this backwards. All right, you know what I mean? Like, that's
it was just like I just felt lost every time I watched an episode.
And watch from there. You could pick a series and start and just watch from that series. You don't have to go back to the beginning because those series always re-explain who is.
That's where we started. We are completionists. We are
really. I'm not so much that.
Like, where did we come up? I know. I know.
Like,
I will have
if,
to.
Like,
well,
if,
I'm not gonna watch
if, like if Mosby
that's
and
the
Luis
biggest thing about nerds is like if you're gonna reboot it, but you're gonna play the same character and then play it different, and then we're good. Okay, like The Crow. I'm gonna deal with fucking the new Eric Draven. Okay, you might go more comic book. I know we all made that face. Like it never needed to be Eric Draven, but we're gonna do it. Does that make sense? Like,
yeah,
okay, right. Goku gets so cool, but we're gonna do this of 30 years of it,
right?
And then all of a sudden to find out your son is stronger. That's the next story. We got to the point of like Goku versus fucking Superman because of that. Like, I know Superman, and now Superman is like fucking atomic bomb Superman, which wasn't even Superman of my era. But
right.
You know what I mean? Like, it just keeps getting crazier and crazier and crazier.
Well, here's my thing. If Mosby and Luis told me, because there's 5 series, and they said, all you got to watch is Dragon Ball Kai. That's it. Just watch Dragon Ball Kai and forget everything else. And then the next series, and then you just pick up from this new series that they're going to be starting with. I would be like, all right, fuck it, let's do it.
I'll do you one better. Watch Kai. Do not watch the new one. Not super is good.
What the fuck?
But this Daima bullshit, nah.
No, that was gonna be corny as fuck. Don't waste your time.
That's what I'm saying. So if I can sit down and watch Dragon Ball Kai and it covers essentially everything that I've missed.
Oh my god! Give us a fucking
25 years of Dragon Ball.
Yeah, give us an outline and the stuff that we don't need to pay attention to. I'm all about it.
There's so much.
That's what Dragon Ball Kai does. That's why it's so amazing.
That's exactly
Dragon Ball Kai. Essentially, in 2 episodes, will summarize.
I've heard Dragon Ball High this entire time.
Hi.
Yeah, I'll watch it high with you. That's what I've been hearing.
Let's do it.
Like, how about you?
It'll like 2 episodes summarizes 10 episodes on Dragon Ball Z. Just to
my god, I'm down.
Yes, it really just cuts the fat, gets right to it, and it's like, oh, dude, it's so good.
But now you'll never have to suffer. Find out next week on Dragon Ball Z.
Fuck that! I'm watching right now. Yeah. Anyway, that's the end.
Fuck it! It's on Hulu. It's on Hulu. I'm fucking binging it. There we go. Done.
Dragon Ball Kai. It's good stuff,
man.
Problem solved. Welcome to the community.
Esteban, you're binging Dragon Ball. What is the name of it?
Kai.
Dragon Ball Kai.
K-I-K-A-I.
I swear to God, I keep hearing Kai. I'm in.
K-A-I. Kai.
Yes, K-A-I.
And the only reason why I know how to spell Kai is because my son watches Ninjago, and one of the main characters is Kai. That's the only reason why I know.
Ninjago.
Hey, don't fucking sleep on Ninjago, bro. Like, legit, I was watching a couple of episodes with my kids, and I'm like, when's the fucking next one?
No one's even judging.
I'm just saying, like, that shit's fucking good.
Agreed.
And then he talks shit about Thundercats. Fucking asshole.
Thunder.
Last and finally not least, a horror film is getting a TV series. It looks like, and it's not the one you think. Because when I first thought about it, I was like, yeah, I think he did this horror icon deserves a TV show more than this one, and it looks like it's the amazing Michael Myers is returning and is going to have his own television show. And I feel we've skipped a few, and I think Freddy Krueger should have been the first one to get a television show. Like a gritty AMC one, you know?
Him figuring out that I'm in dreams, going into I control dreams would be fucking cool.
Him coming up out of the ashes, all mad at being burnt up, talking about getting his revenge, and then like peeking through people's windows and shit. Yeah,
you got to go from that to creating seasons of it, because studios want like years of it. They don't want just one story.
Fucking chef's kiss, man.
Yeah.
Seems like they kind of do these days. Drop a 12-episode season and just dip.
Right. And end it. But it worked and it made so much money, and now make this make sense. Like, my story ended at 12, bro. Like, this is what I wanted. I don't like Christopher Nolan. Like when fucking Batman vs Superman, we all wanted fucking you know what I mean? We all wanted fucking Christian Bale. It was like, it's not gonna happen. But we were like, it's gonna be him. Yeah. It's totally gonna be. They're gonna totally make it make sense. But sometimes my story is my story, and we're done.
Luis, where is this Michael Myers show gonna be apparently premiering?
I don't know. That hasn't been released yet. Okay. What we do know is that Miramax is the company that ended up buying the rights to the Halloween franchise to make a Michael Myers TV show. So we'll see where that ends up. I'm feeling Paramount Plus is what's tugging at me. Like they've really been bringing some shit. Like they're bringing a lot of good movies. Like, hey, we're exclusive here. Like the new Ninja Turtles is on Paramount Plus. Like I've been very impressed with that service.
I haven't seen Pet Sematary Bloodlines yet. I'm intrigued by it.
Same.
You know, but
Chucky's
I haven't.
Fucking good, dude.
Which one?
Chucky. Don't sleep on Chucky.
Okay, see
the OG.
Yeah, I got it.
2, 3,
2,
3. Yeah, 2.
Season 1 was good. Was on Sci-Fi, I think, and I think season 2 is on USA. But they're all on Peacock, if I'm not mistaken.
And you're making sense of that.
Yes,
you're making sense of
because they'll even like show like, oh, this is from the first movie. Is that kind of like what Cobra Kai's doing? They'll be like, oh, this is the original. Remember the kid from the first film? This is him grown up, and then he'll like have a little cameo, and then like so it's the OG voice actor for Chucky, and then Bride of Chucky, OG voice actor of her. Like, so they're keeping it in the same world. It's just all these years later. Oh no, dude, so fucking good.
You know what's weird?
I'm excited.
I'm watching like SmackDown or Raw, and then like Chucky's like, oh, next up is Bianca Belair versus fucking blah blah blah.
Chucky saying it?
Chucky saying yes. And it's like, oh, this is gonna be a scream. Like it's like that's how we all blah blah blah.
Yeah.
It's the cheesiness of an 80s Chucky though.
Yeah.
But you're trying to bring in, I get it.
Audiences.
Yeah.
And actually, and that's where I was like, I didn't think it was going to be good. It's clear that it's aimed at a younger audience, kind of like how Cobra Kai is. But it's like, it's enough to keep you happy from if you're an OG fan, but it's also like a good intro to people want, like, let's say like tweens that are getting into like the horror thing. So it's fun. Yeah. It's a fun time. So I'm excited. I'm curious more than excited on how the Michael Myers thing will work out.
Who do you think they're going to get to play Michael Myers?
I hope
it doesn't matter.
Some dude.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's the person they're playing against. That's why Jamie Lee Curtis is untouchable, because it's the person they're playing against. Because all I have to do is walk. That's all you have to do.
All I gotta do is.
Yeah.
And
he was in a fucking he was in a station wagon, and we all accepted it. We all looked at it like, "Yep, that's scary."
It's scary.
Yeah, I have a feeling for this Michael Myers show, they're gonna do one of those where it's like how he started, how he was possessed, essentially. That's the only thing that makes sense. Is to do something like that.
Well, he's not possessed. He's a crazy fucking dude.
Crazy as hell.
He's just a psychopath.
Well, yeah, but if Dr. Loomis, I believe in the first one, he's telling him like, oh no, he's the manifestation of pure evil.
Yes, he does say that. However, Carpenter spoke on. So in the second film, they were like, oh, Laurie Strode's his actual sister and all this stuff.
Sure.
And John Carpenter was like, no, that takes away everything that I wanted to do. He's like,
right.
This character, I created him to just be pure evil. Like, he's just a psycho. And that's scarier because there's no rhyme or reason. Laurie Strode went up to the fucking porch, dropped off a fucking or put the key under the mat, walked out. He saw her and is like, that bitch right there. Like,
yeah.
And so it's like it could be anybody. And so that was what his whole idea was, is like, that's the scary part. That you being stalked by some random, you don't know why, some random trying to kill you. There's no rhyme or reason as to what they're doing. Like, they added fantastical elements in Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends, where it's like the whole town starts beating the shit out of him, and it's like he's fueled by hate. Then he like gets up, and it's like, fuck off. Like, I enjoyed him being human, but just a psychopath, which is what the OG stuff was. They did bring in supernatural stuff after, but I refuse to believe that in my heart.
One that would not die. Like, as a wrestler, there's the guy that will not get pinned. Like, he's the one that will not die.
Well, it's because like
by the end, he could be that guy,
And that's what the fucking Halloween, the 2018 Halloween, was such a fucking masterpiece. Is that they redid a lot of the scenes from the first one, but with Laurie Strode. So there's a scene where he falls out off the house.
Yeah.
Laurie looks out the window and he's not there anymore. And then like the music hits. And then he did that to Laurie Strode, and then the same shit. It's like she falls out of the house, he goes to look, and she's gone. It's like, God. It's so good.
Yeah, it's I don't know. Like I said, I feel that we've skipped a few horror icons before going to Michael Myers.
Like, you're saying Michael Myers just got some love. Like, let's give it to somebody else.
Well, I feel that Freddy Krueger would have been a perfect for a TV series before Michael Myers.
Can I pause you? There was the lore of we don't know why, and then there's us who like we made that make sense. Right. So now we're stuck into we made that make sense. So in the 80s, watching a claw come out of a bathtub and coming at your cooch. Sorry, Mose. And that was scary. I said cooch, but that's the scene.
Not mine.
Not my cooch, though.
A cooch. But you know what I mean? Like,
because they're half asleep.
The scariest thing was, I don't know why this is happening. And our generation is very like, we're going to link the dots to how this has happened. Yeah. All right, we're at 120.
Why are you yelling at me? Stop yelling at me.
What do you mean?
You gotta stop telling people where we're at when we're recording.
We gotta get this.
We're at an hour and a half of recording.
That's Mose. She does that.
It's already 10:54, guys.
Shit, on that note, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up on this episode of Comix. We're gonna go ahead and Luis is like, fucking finally.
Well, not all of us got to take a nap in the show.
I didn't fall asleep. Fuck off. Fuck all the way off. fuck all the way off to your bed. You know, I did not fall asleep. All right. Fuck all the way off. All three of you.
Oh man.
So next week we'll be live on multiple platforms.
We will be live on multiple platforms next week. So tune in.
We'll also start on time because Moses not going to start like fucking 45 minutes.
Wow, I know you are not trying to call nobody out about being late.
Well, you did call out everybody else today, so
that's very true.
Also, you upset me twice today.
Not one.
Fakely.
Swear to God.
Yikes.
Thank you everyone for joining us for this episode of Comix. Remember, subscribe, share our audio, share our videos. Get us to 5K on TikTok. Get us to fucking 5K on Instagram. Get us to 5K on Facebook. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys so much. And we will catch you guys next episode. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Toodles.